Welcome to our final episode of Big Brother's I Spy. We've had so much fun over the series, bringing you exclusives, showing you unseen votes from the eviction ceremonies and catching up with the latest evictees. It's been a huge week in the Big Brother house. Our housemates have pushed themselves to their limits in heart-stopping nomination challenges. And after two of the toughest eviction ceremonies, sadly, we had to say goodbye to Sarah and Matt. But they'll be joining us on the show tonight. The power is over to you, Australia. We now have our three finalists, Chad, Sophie and Dan. Who wins? You decide.
Now that three of us are back, this is like our second chance.
Cheers, guys.
Yep.
Well done.
Cheers. Cheers to Big Brother.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Did I think you guys would make the final four? Hello, not in a million years.
Oh my God, I wish I was in there now with you guys.
Well done, guys. What an achievement.
Couldn't have picked a better top four.
Hello, guys. How you going?
Over the next 2 days, you will face two epic challenges. Sarah, you are out of the challenge. Welcome to today's nomination challenge, possibly the most terrifying yet. Chad has his last lock undone. Welcome to my basement for the last time.
Mate, I can't even walk that, let alone run it.
Good luck, housemates. Daniel's ball hits the ground. Sophie is out of the challenge.
No!
And Matt is out.
Yes!
Don't stress, Sarah. If I don't win tomorrow, I'll be up there and you'll be safe.
Do you want to make the decision on, like, who you can beat?
I don't know. Fucking hell, it's hard.
Sarah, you received 2 votes.
You voted me out? Wait, that means you voted for me as well.
I'm sorry.
The final housemate to be evicted from Big Brother's house, Matt. In tonight's eviction ceremony, we saw lovable country boy Matt come heartbreakingly close to a spot in the final 3. Over the past weeks, he brought to the house his laid-back Aussie spirit and gave us plenty of laughs along the way. Welcome to Big Brother's I Spy, Matt.
Good to see you, Sonia. Thanks for having me.
Matty, so close to the final 3. How did it feel to go out just short of that finale?
I'll be honest, it was pretty shattering. I always probably would have rather go week 1 than get all the way through. But having said that, I'm super happy that I got to get the full Big Brother experience, I guess. All I missed was the fireworks at the end.
How important was it for you to make friendships and build strong relationships in the house?
Oh, massive. And I guess that was my game plan going in there, was to use my personality and humour and wit and just my ability to gain trust and get people on side. But you know what, that's what I went in there for, is to meet new people, hopefully gain new friendship circles and groups out of it, and I've certainly done that, so I'm very happy.
Well, in doing so, you guys formed a pretty unbreakable alliance. Do you feel like that was what ultimately made you a target?
We're rock solid sort of throughout the whole game, as you know, and that's something that I'm pretty proud of. And I guess the alliance is still strong outside those walls too, which is also a nice thing.
This year we saw a new era of Big Brother. The challenges were incredibly physical and there was a whole new level of strategy. Was the game tougher than you expected?
Definitely. Just the fact that everything was so amplified day to day. If you looked at someone the wrong way, like all of a sudden you think, oh damn, like have I annoyed them? Like it was just, I've never experienced anything on that level before. But yeah, the physical side was tough. I was just genuinely hopeless at those challenges, unfortunately. But the mental side for me was the toughest bit.
Now, Sophie and Chad may have been known for their romance in the house, but really it paled, didn't it, into insignificance compared to the bromance that you and Daniel had. Should we take a look at some of the highlights of your time in the house with your guy, Dan?
Oh, can we please?
I've been trying to get a bromance happening here. I would love for one person. Just look at him. He's a beautiful man.
You're right, man.
What have we got, Marissa? Dan and I, a lot of common ground there. You know, the 3 Fs are the most important thing in life.
The 3 Fs, my word.
Footy, footy, footy.
It's a beautiful thing that's blossoming.
That's the hottest thing I've ever eaten.
This challenge is now on.
Oh, God.
Don't you dare. Big brother, Daniel just dropped his gun.
It was the floorboards. Woo! Best day of my life. Yeah!
Oh, wow.
What was it about Dan that made you feel like he was someone you wanted to work with from the outset?
I'm a sports nut, mad on my AFL especially. So I knew who Dan was night one when I walked in there, and I instantly thought I'm going to have a good time with this fella. And just his ability to lift the room and make people smile. That's someone you want to surround yourself with.
Now, Matt, similar to you, Dan was also playing a very strong game in the house. Did it ever cross your mind that it might be a good move to take him out?
Look, straight up, no, it didn't. I think our friendship was probably worth more than the 250K. You know, I wouldn't do that to a best mate on the outside world, so I was never going to do that to him in there. And if I did, he never would have let me live it down. And I don't want that big thing chasing me for the rest of my life.
If you had your time again, Matt, is there anything that you'd do differently?
Look, if I knew Sophie was coming back 24 hours later, I probably wouldn't have evicted her. But no, I don't regret a thing that I did in there. I stuck true to myself.
Well, Matt, we feel very lucky to have had you in the Big Brother house, and we'd like you to stick around if you can for the end of the show so we can get your thoughts on the final 3 as we get closer to that finale. So we'll chat to you very soon.
Can't wait. Thank you.
Now, the 16th person to be evicted from the Big Brother house managed to avoid being up for eviction for a whopping 35 days. She was the youngest housemate this year and not only won challenges but easily won the hearts of her fellow housemates. The lovely Sarah is joining us now. Hey Sarah, so nice to be able to talk to you finally.
Hi Sonia, finally.
You lasted 38 days in the Big Brother house, Sarah. How did it feel making it so close to the end but ultimately missing out on a spot in the final 3?
Throughout the entire series, I told myself to never have any expectations. So I took every day as it came. But I feel like towards the end, when I actually saw that end goal and when I was getting more and more confident that I would be in the final 3, I think that's what let me down the most, is because I had those expectations. Then, of course, I didn't make it, so I mean, it's pretty upsetting, but at the end of the day, the 3 in the final 3 are really good people, and I honestly wish them all the best.
You've won 2 nomination challenges, and you seemed to develop some really strong social connections in the house. Why do you think you stayed out of the nomination chair?
Everyone knows that I was with Chad and Sophie since day 1. We did start that alliance, but I was also in Dan and Matt's good books. I was also in Zoe and Casey's good books. I wanted everyone to feel as though they had that personal relationship with me. You know, it was quite emotionally exhausting having to be everyone's friend all the time, which, don't get me wrong, that's me to a T. I love making friends and I love making those relationships, but I put in a lot of effort to make sure that every relationship I had was as strong as the other relationship.
Do you think the house underestimated you slightly, Sarah?
100%. I feel like no one in the house actually realised that I was playing the game.
What did it mean to you to be part of Big Brother 2020, and what will you take away from the experience?
Not only was it my favourite show growing up, but it's also the fact that I applied not thinking I would get on. I thought I'd be a bit too young, or there would always be that better person in that audition room, and I feel like I'm really here to prove to those people that even though you're brought up with nothing and you begin your journey with literally nothing, you can end with everything. And there's so many skills that I've learned from the Big Brother house that I'm going to take with me for the rest of my life. So, you know, I'm so young, I'm only 19, and I feel like this is really shaped me in a way for who I am, and I'm gonna take it with me for a long time. So yeah, very thankful.
Well, Sarah, you certainly prove that you are a force to be reckoned with, our little pocket rocket. Now, I want to bring Matt back into the conversation so we can get all of your thoughts on the final 3.
Ooh.
Sarah, first to you, are you surprised to see these 3 housemates sitting there in the final 3?
No, I'm not surprised at all. To be honest, the moment I walked into those doors, I probably called definitely Dan being in the final 3, and more than likely Chad and Sophie. Their bond together is very strong, and to be honest, I believe it's what's got them to the end.
You came into the house with Chad and Sophie. Is there a sense of pride knowing that 2 of your closest friends made it all the way?
Well, it would have been nicer if I was there with them, but definitely a lot of pride. I feel like I'm kind of like a proud little mum. I'm like, yes, go team. But yeah, it sucks that I'm sitting on the sidelines now, especially because Chad and Sophie, you know, we were a part of an alliance literally since our day 1, but I'm definitely proud of them, definitely.
Well, Matt, you've got your best mate sitting up there in the final 3. Is it safe to say that you would want him to take home the chockies?
Oh yeah, 100%. No secrets there, Sonia. They're all very deserving of being there and being in the top 3. But I'm definitely rooting hard for the big fella.
And what do you think his chances are, Matt?
Oh look, he's got to be around the mark, doesn't he? I think just the way that he continually kept the whole house happy, just made people laugh every day he was in there. But the other side of it is he had a target on his back from day 1 when you walk in at 200 centimetres to go and do like physical challenges as an ex-professional athlete. People wanted him out from day dot, and to be able to survive through that whole thing with multiple people coming for his back, like he's played an amazing game.
Sarah, here's your chance. Who would you love to see take home the title?
If I'm being completely honest here, as much as I love Chad and Sophie and as much as they were a part of my alliance since day 1, at the back of my mind, I'm really kind of betting on Dan. As what Matt said, like he's such a genuine guy. Still to this day, he still checks up on me, and I know that he's going to be in my life for a long, long time, and I feel like a lot of the other housemates can agree with that.
How do you think Australia is going to decide?
All 3 people have played an incredible game, and all 3 people have completely different strategies. So it's going to be a pretty close vote.
What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, I'm with Sarah a bit there. It'll be tight. Like, I mean, Sophie's probably won a lot of fans with the way that she faced adversity by getting kicked out and then coming back. And Dan has just been, you know, he started all guns blazing and then kept that going the whole way through, but just was the funniest guy in there by far. And as I said, just avoided bullets the whole time. And then Chad probably got half of Australia's vote when people saw him hugging his dog with his shirt off. So he's going to be around the mark too. I know, I love watching it.
On that note, thank you so much for joining me and sharing the experience. You've both been brilliant housemates and you kept us entertained the whole way through. It's not long now until the winner of Big Brother 2020 is crowned. Matt, Sarah, thanks again.
Thanks so much, Sonia.
Nice seeing you again.
I'll see you at the reunion.
Yay! Drinks all around.
Well, that's it for Big Brother's I Spy this year. Thanks so much for watching. If you've missed any episodes of Big Brother, you can always catch up on 7+. Now, as you saw tonight, our final 3, Chad, Sophie and Dan, have bid farewell to the Big Brother house. And it's now up to you, Australia, to decide your winner. The voting lines are open. If you want to have your say on who will win, then you need to vote. Head to bigbrother.com.au. Over to you, Australia. Who wins? You decide.
I will always owe Big Brother more than the money could ever possibly pay me back, so I can't thank Big Brother enough for everything he's taught me.
It broke my heart having to say goodbye to Big Brother. I didn't want to leave. Getting to enjoy every single moment of the Big Brother experience. I have no FOMO or anything. I did it all, and that's the best part for me.
It's been a good game. I'm proud of the way I played the game, and it's definitely off the bucket list, that's for sure. This is the biggest life achievement I've made so far. You know, I'm smiling, I'm grinning. My face hurts from smiling. That's how happy I am.